Good morning, Nigeria. It's a brand new day, and we're definitely bringing you all the positive energy you need to get this Tuesday started. Now, you definitely need to start today the right way. Now, welcome to another exciting episode of Wake Up Nigeria. And of course, everyone, we're here. Hope you're feeling as good as we are, because Tuesdays are definitely the new Mondays, according to Mike, except that with a little more flavor now. We're here to help you seize the day and make the most out of it. Now, I hope you're ready, because we have a whole lot packed for you. Now, I'm more than ready. We're definitely not at home, we're here at work. And even if you're just getting out of bed, we're here to help you cruise through the Tuesday with smiles on your face. Now, all the motivation and of course, good vibes are here for you this beautiful Tuesday morning. We have so much in store for you, so make sure you do take today with stride now. Shake off that Monday blues, because Monday is gone, and get into the groove of the week. And guess what? We definitely have everything you need to make today a little more special than yesterday. Now, from trending stories to musical performances, some tasty kitchen goodness, and much more. We've got all the essentials to keep you entertained, informed, and inspired. Now, don't touch that dial. Stay right there with us. We have so much packed just for you. I know you're seeing only me, right? But believe me, they're here, right? Somewhere in the atmosphere. Titi is also somewhere in the move. And we're definitely here to set the conversation going and to make sure you have a great day. Now, as I said before, we have food somewhere around, great conversations coming up. We have amazing guests just for you. My name is Winfrey Agbeleshi, and make sure you're watching us live from anywhere across the globe by heading over to tvcentertainment.tv. We're also on GOTV channel 16 and UHF band 49. Do not forget to follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok at TVC Entertainment _. We're always ready to make sure that you're part of our conversation, all right? Now, make sure you also join us on all social media handles and use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms. Now, my name is Winfrey Agbeleshi. Let's get into what we have today. Now, we begin with parenting, where we're joined by Ose Suzy Bolodieku. Now, she is a certified special educational needs expert and advanced certified autism specialist. She is the founder and, of course, in an inclusive creative center that helps to nurture creativity, social skills, emotional intelligence, and other practical skills that all children need to succeed and thrive in the world today. She'll be here to have a very interesting conversation with us. Make sure you do stay tuned for that one. And for musical performance, we have Ovo Gospel. He'll be here to set the tone for this amazing Tuesday edition. And on health this week, we'll be joined by Olakemi Jeje. She's a wellness expert and dedicated social change maker who has transitioned from a successful corporate career to found Whole Eats Africa, a wellness food formulation organization bridging the well-being gap with whole food solutions. And finally, if you've seen that video trending online very recently with the tag Fish Pie, you'll be interested for this one. We literally have him right here with us, and the conversation is definitely going to be very interesting. His name is Evil Sam Eso EB.
Even when we were about to do the last video.
I've been hearing that line a lot these days. You too do. I've been hearing it a lot.
Yeah, welcome, ladies.
Morning.
Thank you for finally joining us.
Oh.
Finally.
Yeah,
Finally.
I'm loving the trainer vibe. I see a trainer pin on
Oh,
your
yeah.
shirt there, and then
Yeah.
on the train. What's going on? This is a new,
Oh, Lord.
a new Winfrey.
Oh, God, no.
What?
Nothing new about this.
I
He
hear
said, don't stress me, Winfrey.
Okay. No need to dwell on that.
How was
Really.
your weekend, guys? Mine was, I had a long weekend. How was yours?
Goodness me, there are quite a lot of events. When October starts, it just feels like everybody has been doing on your mask,
Get set, go. Yeah.
for events.
Yeah.
And I think people want to get as many events in before the December period as possible. It feels like December is when things get more expensive, obviously. Because
But I don't know. Have you ever thought of the idea? Why do all of them keep the events for the later quarter of the year? Is that something?
I
to
think
it?
it's because, everyone's
For
just
awards, I can guess. Yes.
winding down. Because, I mean, well, I don't know, maybe there's something about the Ember months that just puts people in quite an exciting
Which is
people have been
mood.
trying to make money all through the year, and finally
And then they
made
mix
it
that,
maybe
yeah,
at August period, and they're
yeah.
like, okay, let's spend
Yes.
before the year ends.
And
you
then
know?
January
There's
again, we're back to
so much
hustle.
happening in October. Sometimes I can't even
Yeah.
keep track. But yeah, well,
Thank you for staying with us. You're still watching Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Winfrey Agbeleshi, and it is time for the news. We begin with the political situation in Rivers State, where suspected political thugs have attacked and set ablaze some local government council secretariats in the state. Reports say the attack have prevented some of the newly elected local government chairmen from resuming for work after their swearing in by Governor Siminalayi Fubara. The secretariats of Ikwere, Emohua, and Eleme local governments were set ablaze while sporadic gunfire forced workers to scamper for safety in Oboi, Akpo local government. Now, the chairman and other leaders were escorted out of the premises by their supporters after a relative calm returned. Police is yet to confirm reports of casualties suffered in different parts of the state as a result of the violence. This comes after the newly deployed Commissioner of Police, Bala Mustafa, ordered immediate withdrawal of all police personnel previously deployed to seal and safeguard the local government secretariats in the state. Following that, Governor Siminalayi Fubara has described the attacks as the handwork of his political opponents. Governor Fubara condemned the violence during a visit to inspect the level of damage in the Ikwere Local Government Council Secretariat. According to him, suspected political thugs took advantage of the absence of security personnel after police gave the newly elected chairman access to their offices. The governor denied claims that his supporters were responsible for the attacks.
The new council that is coming in, the fund that will be applied to other things will now be used to fix this place. Are we not really acting as if we're not responsible? It's an act of irresponsibility. Even if one advises you to go and destroy a government facility, you would think twice. Please, I want to say this to the entire River State. If you're called upon, play your politics with a sense of responsibility. We don't need to kill ourselves. My time will come and I will leave. Do I need to burn the government house?
Moving on, in a significant development for civil servants, the governor of Kogi State, Usman Ododo, has approved the new minimum wage of 72,500 naira for civil servants in the state, putting pen to paper at Government House in Lokoja. The governor said the increase was expedient to bring in relief to the public sector workers in line with the renewed hope aspirations of President Bola Tinubu. TVC News, Michael Ila reports from Lokoja.
Announcing the suspension of all taxation elements attached to the new minimum wage for the next 1 year, Governor Ododo reaffirms his commitment to fair wages and safer working conditions for every worker in the state. The governor reveals that the new minimum wage is set to take immediate effect and emphasizes the vital role of civil servants to the state, pledging to ensure they are well compensated.
He said how will he explain to his people? We say, how do we move forward? Before you know, he busted into tears. I joined him. That is what we are enjoying today.
On their parts, Chairman of the Minimum Wage Committee, Elijah Evinemi, alongside members of the organized labor, say the new payment structure wasn't a victory for any vested interest, but for the entire people of the state.
So our journey has been one of dialogue and unwavering commitment to the welfare of Kogi State workers.
It's another testament again that this government is government of labor, because the governor himself is a worker before he ventured into politics. The deputy governor today in the state too is also another labor guru, a state chairman of a union and a treasurer of NLC in the state. So if you look at what is happening today in Kogi State, is a testament that we really have the labor people in charge of governance in Kogi State.
So this year's May Day is people's first, and the governor has considered the plight of Kogi workers. We want to appreciate him. I want to thank God, and may God continue to foster the state and the governor in his administrative style.
Recall that the federal government had recently agreed with labor unions as well as organized private sector on a minimum wage of 70,000 naira following a series of talks. The new minimum wage structure is coming few weeks after Governor Ododo had set up a committee to address workers' demands, many of whom had long sought wage increases to cope with the rising cost of living.
And that's all we're taking on news on this hour. Do stay with us. So much more coming right here on Wake Up Nigeria.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting conversations happening over the weekend. And this particular one actually got our attention because it's a promise and fail situationship.
Situationship.
Situationship, actually, I'd say, because we've heard countless stories of, men going above and beyond for women, some even giving their arms and their legs, literally, just to profess their love, for women. And at the end of the day, these women don't either maybe fall short of their expectations in terms of, marriage. So this particular one got our attention. So this particular, the report said Lagos police arraigned a 25-year-old for refusing to marry suitor who already, after she had collected 2.8 million naira not worth of items. So the items are different, like the gift items are different. Okay. And the 2.8 million naira is different.
Okay, I saw wig there, I saw iPhone there. What else was there?
There were loads of other
bags
things.
And designer
clothes, bags
and things like that.
Okay, so this was a verbal agreement to marry, right? Just with mouth, she said yes, she was going to marry him, right? I'm just asking, I'm just trying to confirm. So it's not as if she wrote it somewhere that she was going to marry.
So that's the thing, right? So it wasn't expressly stated, right? It's a situation where you meet someone, you both seem to like yourselves, you now start to do something. According to the lady, she's like, okay, the guy knew she was dating somebody else.
Okay.
So it's a situation where the way I painted the picture in my head, is a situation where you assume if you shower her with gifts, she's going to leave the man and follow you. At the end, the woman says she know they do. You can't say, you can't carry police, make you arrest her.
Wow.
Which type of husband?
But the thing is, she's been arraigned, and I think there's some details that we need to share.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's actually a thing where if you actually agree to marry someone, or you're in this sort of situation or relationship with someone, and then the end goal is marriage, and it is agreed by both parties, and then eventually it is broken, it actually is actionable.
So someone could get sued?
Yes, of course, someone could get sued. If that is what it is, if it's stated clearly, this is the agreement from both parties, and both agree. Not that one is saying, I will marry you by force, I will marry you, and the other one is saying, oh, do you understand? So it's actually an actionable offense.
Also be evidences to also, support your whatever claims that you're making.
So maybe like chats or like maybe somewhere where they were planning where they were going to live or how many kids they were going to have. That's kind of proof you're talking about, right?
Well, not
because I'm just like, it's with mouth, she said, what? So I'm trying to just play the devil's advocate.
She's not even
here.
saying she's
I'm
said
never going to be an advocate of the devil, but I'm going to say, what if she noticed something about this guy that, she just decided this is not going to work? What if, after showering her with gifts, it was to say sorry for being violent?
After. Okay,
right?
after collecting the
Do you understand what I'm saying?
So you wait. First of all, I think first of all, I think it's important to know that it's not as if you just give her the gifts once, bam.
This
is something exactly. Even the money that summed up to 2.5, it was based on. So she had like a weekly daily allowance
for 7 months
for her.
Wow.
She had it exactly. So by the time they calculated the money, that's when it now got to. So it wasn't
a summation of the money.
It's not funny.
So you travel today, you come back, you give me designer bag. Okay, thank you. You back travel, give me iPhone. Okay, thank you. Do you understand? So my point is, especially in this day and time, I mean, we've had several podcasts of ladies talking about how, for you to even talk to me, start talking to me, you have to drop. Do you get? So my point is, in this day and time where a lot of people actually focus on the material, right, and all of that, is not beyond us to literally see. I mean, in our parents' days, when a man starts bringing gifts to the house, we know where he's going to.
Yes.
You get? It's not like the list of things that he gave her were like probably lists from Brad Price or something.
So did he go to her father and say, I'm marrying your daughter? She has agreed. They have not reached there. They have not done momimo. That's, I know you, you know me.
Yeah, but then
you get what I'm saying?
No, they've had that conversation. We understand very much, right, that we live in a climate where we live in a climate. I'm going to focus on us here in Africa, in Nigeria here, where every relationship is transactional.
Not everyone.
I said it is seen transactional. I'm not saying it is transactional, but that is the general notion. That is the narrative. If you're going into a relationship, the man is meant to provide, the woman is meant to nurture the relationship or care for the relationship or feed the relationship in whatever way that she can, right? While he brings, in terms of the financial
inputs,
so that's the way it's seen. But then, we've seen cases where men sponsor girls, young girls, even to school. With the promise of marrying them.
And eventually
they don't.
Yeah.
But there have also been cases where eventually they get married. We've seen a lot of cases.
I think the question now is, is it right to collect gifts from somebody that's
you don't have any plans to be with?
I feel like
you don't intend to.
But then again, I would like say highlight on the word.
The economy has the economy has pushed a lot of relationships into a direction of dependency, and has turned some relationships into wealthifying some families, right? And in the end, it doesn't really feel like transaction. It feels like the culture is coming in here. There are some cultures in Nigeria where, look, your guy is not serious if he has not taken care of a few things in your family house or looked after your brother or your sister.
Is it the point?
Right?
But there's clear now.
That's the point when he has decided to marry you, or on the boyfriend level?
On the boyfriend level, some guys are doing it.
Some families, to be very honest, even on the who is the boy you are dating.
Yes.
I've heard of situations where the girl literally is asking her father for something, and the father is like, at your age, you don't have a boyfriend.
Yeah, but then that's
that
not
type
healthy.
Of thing. Of course it's not.
That's not healthy, because that's basically, throwing a lot of young girls into the streets. It's not healthy at all. It's also allowing a lot of young girls to grow up with the mentality that you should have a rich boyfriend.
Yes.
Because, he needs to cater not just to you, but also to your family. Especially when you both have not even, what if there's certain things about him that you do not even like for...
Wait. That one is even far. We have even entered boyfriend-girlfriend situation. In this situation, it wasn't defined. First off. Now, let's answer the question. Is it right to accept gifts from people you are not dating?
I've been in situations, me personally, I've been in situations where some guys feel completely insulted
if you reject
some things from them.
I agree.
And you have to also think about...
So you're accepting it because of their feeling of rejection?
So it could be enabling. It could be just to feed their ego in some cases. It's not that I cannot afford to buy a drink at a bar, but because the guy is offering it to me, you don't want to insult him. sometimes by making it seem like
in the space of 7 months.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Sorry?
This was
No,
I'm
just
just talking generally. This is generally now.
Well,
Like if you
I don't see anything
wrong with taking gifts.
Yeah, with taking gifts.
So
if you feel that,
but if there's, I appreciate things like very old school promissory rings. Promissory rings. Yes, friendship bracelets, love letters, even if it's written. Something to actually
you're still going far.
That's
intention, right?
Intentional.
Okay, so now I've actually been in a situation where I've actually returned like gifts.
Okay.
Because okay, fine, the person is for me. Oh no, just friends. But you know,
okay,
in your heart of hearts, yourself, you know that this type of thing, it cannot just be friendship. Do you get? And you too, you know that at a point, right? Even if you, by the time you start, there's some gifts you receive that you start catching feelings. I'm not joking.
Wow,
I'm serious. Seriously.
Well,
seriously,
gifting has never been
they've
my
not
love
given
language.
you. They've not you.
Yes,
no,
I agree. There's some gifts
you receive, my sister. You start catching feelings. Just to avoid it, you just
Please, why did I not receive
before
all this
you
kind
put
of
your
gifts?
leg inside.
But then again, this. I mean, at the end of the day, this borders on communication, right?
Yeah,
I think it's also important to communicate.
Yeah.
If you know very much that there are no intentions at all to be with this person, and you know that is where it is going, let's not say, you should know now. No. Communicate it.
Yes.
Communicate it.
But
if it is getting to the point where he's beginning to shower you with a lot of gifts, then you guys need to sit and have that conversation and define what it is. Let it be clear.
But then again, some guys have this mentality that women like to chase and guys also like to hunt. So they might believe that you're just playing hard to get and keep on even increasing the pressure. Right. So in that situation,
in 2024, I hope guys have opened their eyes at this point. But it's just taking me back down memory lane. So this issue of communication and being very plain and being very so there was a relationship that ended because this guy just said, you know what, I'm not going to marry you, right? That's what he said. He actually said that to me, and I'm like, okay, so I didn't think you were going to marry me, and then we're like, so what are we doing?
So what are you doing? Okay.
So what are we doing?
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, it's nice knowing you. Handshake. But it felt like there was closure.
Yeah.
It felt like it was definite and like, okay, so we've actually come to a place where we know we're mature enough to understand that this is going nowhere else.
That's great. Amazing. This conversation is definitely going somewhere. Just let us know what you think on social media. Send in your comments on social media. Of course, use a hashtag so we know exactly what you're talking about. So we're going to a quick break right now. When we come back, so much happening right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Thank you so much for staying with us. We're here and now we're back with the dailies. Let's see what we have on the cover of the dailies. And I have MM here with me to do justice to this particular segment. All right, starting with The Nation. For the major headlines here, we have Tinubu orders police to end Rivers post-election violence. Explosions, gunshots at council secretariat. The top left there, we have, will Supreme Court rules 2024 enhance justice delivery? Very interesting question. To the right of that, we have council workers seek salary payments from first-line charge. We have that on page 5. Police probes stabbing to death of man by sex worker in Lagos. Actually heard about that story, really sad. We have that on page 26. Men can also have breast cancer. UITH CMD warns. That's on page 3. Interesting facts there. On the strip below, we have Lagos House of Assembly suspends Ali Moshood chairman indefinitely. We have that on page 26. I mean, of course, we have the image of the damaged secretariat at Rivers State. I think that's actually quite, I don't know. Speechless.
Yeah.
So does that pique your interest or what else?
I would like to touch quickly on the Kogi's workers to get 72,500 naira minimum increase in minimum wage.
Yeah.
Starting from this month.
Yeah.
And according to the governor, Ododo, he said that it's basically to help to alleviate, the sufferings of, the people, in the states, also to also sort of also help to improve the working conditions,
Yeah.
you know, in the state. So that's a welcome development, and it says that this is going to be sustainable and it's a long-term plan.
Yeah.
Well, as long as he's governor. So, right, say congratulations
Yes,
to
of course.
the people of Kogi State. And he's also, of course, very, very interested in ensuring that the lives of people in Kogi State are, you know, are better, and there's some level of improvement as well.
At least you can see some sense of responsibility towards the welfare
of the people.
Yeah.
Right. So let's touch on another paper. We'll take on the Punch newspaper. Making the headlines here, Naira for crude. Federal government panel proposes 6-month supply for Dangote refinery. And on the rider here, refinery to get 24 million barrels in 2 months. Fresh concerns over NNPCL's sole petrol buyer's role. And here at the top of the paper, Fubara camp opposes emergency rule as 3 killed. Secretariats raised. Tinubu wants against anarchy. PDP governors clack back Fubara. And in 2027, Obi Kwankwaso Alliance proposal will fail, says APC. And just right here on the corner of the paper, federal government lists 7 states for Mpox vaccination. And right here is a photo story of, let me zoom in on this quickly. So yes, it's still the, this is the Eleme local government area secretariat set ablaze by suspected arsonists as River State Governor Simi Nalayi Fubara inspects Ikwere local government area secretariat after it was raised by protesters yesterday. Yes.
Yeah.
And at the bottom of the paper, quickly, Oando, 2 foreign firms shortlisted to buy Trinidad's national refinery. And finally, Lagos begins trial of 2 doctors over patients' death. And that's it on the cover of the Punch newspaper.
All right, now moving quickly on to the Daily Times. And for the major headlines here, Tinubu to judiciary, anti-graft war won't be won by technicalities. Frivolous appeals, we have that on page 2. For the riders, we have restates federal government's commitment to creating right environments for judicial officers to discharge their responsibilities. Now lists student loan fund, consumer credit scheme as federal government's strategic initiatives to curb corruption. And at the top there, we have Shatima seeks stronger federal government private sector synergy for economic growth. Always a welcome development. And below the image there of that we have of the vice president, we have Rivers allow Fubara to work, but De George tells Wike. To the left below there, we have Tinubu decries violence in Rivers, directs police to provide security to LG offices. NAFDAC, SON, others harmonize position on Codex food labeling standard. Federal government launches CNG tricycles portals for youth participation. We have that on page 10. And on the strip, we have NEMA, DG, urges adoption of modern technologies for emergency management. Interesting stories there. Please make sure you do go into the papers and read the details so you are actually abreast of what's happening in our beautiful nation of Nigeria. All right, and now, I mean, that's all we have for the newspaper headlines today. Thank you, MM. And now it's time for us to see what's happening in the kitchen. And we have TT right there with Chef Tina. What's going on?
Chef Tina is back. It's been a while.
Good morning.
Morning. Welcome back to Wake Up Nigeria Kitchen. It didn't feel the same without you. But you've been super busy. What have you been up to, Chef Tina? Where have you been going? What have you been doing? Tell us.
I've been quite busy. You know, one prayer we pray as a chef is for us to always be engaged.
Yes, so
I've been quite busy.
Yes.
Like, my weekend was really, really hectic.
Wow.
When I mean, I had to cater for an event.
Wow.
The decoration and the cake, everything all through for me. And
Yeah.
it was like, this morning when I woke up, I was like, can I make it down? Oh, thank God I'm here.
We are so grateful you made it.
I'm here.
And we know that it's love now because you are making all the money. So the economy is not economy. You are looking great as well.
Thank
but
you.
What are we making today, Chef Tina?
Oh, today we're making, we're actually making coconut creaming beef sauce.
Okay.
And rice.
Rice, yes.
We are going to have the side dish with dodo kebab.
Ooh, dodo kebab.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to be a creamy beef sauce. You've already got me at beef sauce and cream. You're adding some rice. Is this short grain, long grain?
This is short grain.
Short grain. I heard that long grain is hard to find now in the market.
Very hard because it's expensive.
Wow.
It's actually my best, sincerely
long
speaking.
grain?
Yeah. It's actually my best.
Okay.
So I'll just run through the ingredients.
Yes, indeed.
I'll go.
All right. So obviously the rice.
The rice, yes.
First of all. Then we have some peppers in here. Let's pull them out of the bag. Those peppers and carrots, right?
Yeah.
Peppers, hot peppers, carrots. And then there's spring onion there as well.
This is the spring onions.
Spring onions right here. We have beef. What has happened to this beef so far?
I actually grill the beef.
Okay.
Then I decide to chunk it into bite size.
Okay.
So I like the fact that you don't need to like take a bite and drop it because of the cream that you're using. So I have my rosemary seasoning cube, my salt.
Yeah.
Then I have coriander mix.
Okay, coriander mixed with other special spices.
Yes.
Okay.
Then my olive oil, coconut oil, coconut milk, cornstarch.
Okay.
Then the spring onions and the onions.
All right. So honestly, I'm already feeling the aromatics here, especially with the onions, the rosemary, and coriander too has a really pungent, pungent smell and fragrance. But then olive oil and coconut oil combo, no vegetable oil here.
No, I'm not using vegetable oil.
Interesting. This
reason being that, you know, the coconut oil, if you really want to make coconuts, any thing, maybe you want to make coconut rice and stuff like that, it's actually good for you to use coconut oil. For you to have the flavor,
Interesting.
So I'm actually using olive oil because healthy, we're talking about healthy living.
Yes,
so I have my plantain.
The good old plantain, the king here. And to be honest, you know, this economy, go to help our ministry. When you see plantain fresh and yellow like this, you know it was not easy to come by.
Yeah.
But so we're frying this. Ooh, it's okay, Chef Tina, it's okay. We're frying this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
And I can't wait to see how you're going to pull that together. Let's do ingredient list now. If in case you would like to make this at home, we would love to encourage you to join us on this journey. Coconut creamy beef sauce and dodo kebab. We have rice, beef, coconut milk, salt, seasoning, oil, or rather onion, coconut oil, coriander, mixed spices, spring onions, pepper, and rosemary. Those are the things you need. Now, if you have any of this in your cupboards, and you have a little bit of extra time, why not try and make your version of this and show us what it looks like? Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC and tag us WakeUpNigeria TVCE on Instagram. All right, Chef Tina, where do we begin? What do we start with?
We just go straight to the beef sauce.
Straight to the beef sauce?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So we've already got grilled, chopped beef there. And we've already got some chopped onions here. So are we going in with the onions and the oil, or how are we starting?
The oil first.
The oil first.
So we're using the coconut oil.
The combination of cornstarch and coconut milk, I've never had that before. I can't wait to find out how that tastes.
So
and then
all you need is just little.
A little.
Oil.
Wow.
Let's just say like a teaspoon of oil.
Wow.
For what we're making right now. So once the oil heats up, we just throw in our onions.
So this oil is there, but you can hardly see it because it's coconut oil that's in there. It's like a teaspoon of it, right?
Yeah.
And then when it's hot, we go in with the onions.
With the onions, yes.
I didn't see any garlic here. Is that
No.
intentional?
Yes.
Okay.
There's something about coconut oil, coconut recipe. You don't infuse it so much with.
Okay.
So as far as it's concerned, so you can actually have that feel of the coconut feel. When you have too much spice on it, it will actually just dust it away. So it's better to just go with something.
No wahala, Chef Tina. I trust you. I trust you. We have something special coming up in the kitchen and you do not want to miss it. We have a quick break coming your way. Stay with us.
Thanks for staying with us. It's Mental Health Awareness Month. And if you've noticed, since the beginning of this month, we've had quite a few mental health advocates come on to sort of create more awareness on, the need to pay attention to our mental health. And today we have Ayodele Fashui. She is the co-founder of Amani Health. And today she's here to just basically touch on the signs of depression and how to manage it. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing great.
I love your smile. It's so cheerful.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Let's dig right into what depression is. And I mean, we cannot overemphasize these conversations around anxiety, depression, and mental health. Yeah. So kindly, for the benefit of those, who do not know what it is, just let us know what is depression?
Depression. Okay, yes. Thank you very much for that question. Depression is a word that is, used very often, but most people, like you said, most people do not really know what depression is. So depression is a state of prolonged, consistent, deep sadness that has gone on for at least 2 weeks. So if a person is feeling persistently sad with no real reason, or no, you can't say this is why I am sad, and it has gone on for more than 2 weeks, then we can say, okay, this person is tilting on the verge of depression. And it's different from normal feeling of sadness. There's normal feeling of sadness, something happens or something didn't go your way and you're feeling sad. That is not depression. But some people will say, I'm feeling depressed. It may not actually be depression. It may just be you're feeling sad. And for lack of emotional language, sadness could also be, okay, you're feeling disappointed, you're feeling embarrassed, you're feeling abandoned. But because most of us do not know our emotional language, we use just the primary language, is sad, angry, happy. Yeah. But depression is when, prolonged deep sadness. Like you can't find anything to be happy about. Morning, afternoon, night, you are constantly in that state.
Being that we're in that month of mental health awareness, what can we do as people who are not in that state of depression? I mean, in terms of looking out for people who are depressed. What are the signs we should look out for? Because we've seen cases where people are, generally masking, in happiness, and the next thing you hear stories of them committing suicide, and you're wondering, you can't, correlate both situations or both instances. So how can we look out for these things? What are the things to look out for? And what do we do? How can we help these people, who are going through?
Thank you very much. Yes, there are some subtle signs of depression. And one of the obvious reasons or obvious signs is prolonged sadness that has gone on for more than 2 weeks. And then there's this feeling of constant tiredness. You just don't know why you are tired, but you are consistently or tired every day. Low energy. This could also be a sign, like you don't have the energy to do, anything. You just want to be in bed morning till night. That could also be a sign. Hopelessness, this feeling of hopelessness, like the person does not even want to do anything. Like you don't have any, like there's nothing you are looking forward to. Like, why am I here? That sense of worthlessness. That could also be a sign. Yes, and hopelessness is like you said, suicide. You see somebody happy today, and the next day the person has committed suicide. It's as a result of that feeling of hopelessness. Okay, what am I here for? Why am I even
So how
here?
can we manage it? What can we do to help them?
Okay, so the first thing is to see a therapist. Or I would say self-care is very important in managing depression or in preventing depression. But somebody who has these signs, an individual may not know exactly, because depression could be caused by different could be caused by childhood trauma, adverse childhood experiences, stressful life events. So an individual, a family member, they want good for the person, but they may not actually know how.
Yeah.
So it's usually suggested or recommended that you see a professional who would then be able to assess the situation. Okay, so you are feeling this way, this is going on. Why? Because you need to know the why before you can know that how to treat it. Because there's some depression even require medication.
Oh.
Yeah, some depression require medication. So
Depends on
it depends on the level. There's mild, there's chronic. So it depends on the level of depression. Yeah, so it's for you to be able to help somebody going through the, and just be there for the person. You just, be a friend, be there for them, and point them in the right direction, which is seeking professional help. There's a lot of stigma going around. People don't want to come out to seek help.
Exactly.
People don't want to feel less of themselves. Like, okay, if I come out and say I'm struggling, then the world is going to say I'm not strong enough. It's not a measure of being strong or not.
I am going to, I'd like to touch a little bit. It's a very sensitive angle I'm about to raise here, but
Okay.
I'd just like to hear your opinion on it.
Okay.
The role of religion in mental health. What are your thoughts?
The role of religion in mental health. So, some people use religion as a source of succor, as a source of managing their mental health, as a source of inspiration. When you have that feeling of, okay, there's hope for me, then you may not go down that route or that road, of depression, anxiety, or other mental health illnesses. But some have overused, or will I say overused now, but the religion has a role to play. I would say religion has a role to play. I'm a person of faith, I'm a Christian, so I know what God says about me, and yes, it has a role to play in my mental health. But I also know when to get professional help. And that is one thing that most or some of our religious bodies are not talking about.
Yeah.
So it is not everything that can be handled within the four walls of a church.
Of a religious center.
Yes, of a religious center, whether a church, a mosque, or anything, I tell you a quick story. So,
unfortunately, we have to
Okay,
wrap up now.
fine,
But
that's
I
fine.
guess we hear that story some other time. But
That's
thank you
fine,
so much.
thank you.
Most importantly, for touching on this issue that keeps popping up, especially when it comes to conversations around mental health. And I think depression is one of the easiest. Like it just comes up, and then you don't know how to handle it. But thank you so much. We'll continue the conversation
Thank you
to
for
commemorate the
having me.
World Mental Health Awareness Month. It was such a pleasure having you here.
Thank you for having me.
And on that note, we have to head over to the kitchen. Something smells good, Titi. Talk to us. What's going on?
Now, Chef Tina is back, and we love the way she puts things together. She's just so detailed, and almost her dicing and chopping is just so perfect. It's inspiring. Look at those onions. They're like almost perfect onions. Like, oh, easy. Let's not follow. All right. So there's oil in there. Is that coconut oil?
Yes, coconut oil.
Coconut oil is in there. The onions are going in now. Ooh. So I don't think I've seen anyone fry onions in coconut oil before. This is a first for me.
First.
But why is it popping like popcorn like that? Is that
Because
the way
the
coconut
heat.
oil is?
The heat.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm just going to pour my
Coconut milk going
Okay.
straight in. coconut milk. That's just 1 cup of coconut milk,
Yes.
not more than that.
No more than that.
Okay, fantastic. So
So you just allow it to simmer for, let's say, few minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
Just when I mean few minutes, I really mean that, see, it's bubbling
It's already bubbling.
Yeah.
Nice. The heat in the pan, I guess, is enough. Ooh, look, it's already.
Yeah.
Is it gonna go over the
It
top?
won't go over.
It won't?
No, it won't. It won't.
So this beef now, if you missed it earlier on, the beef that's about to go in is actually diced and grilled.
Grilled,
beef. You spiced it as well
Yes.
before going in there. Okay, you can do what you are doing now. That's a lot of beef, though. Can't wait to get 1 chunk of that beef. Yummy, 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 yummy. Okay, so instead of boiling it down in water, you boil it in coconut milk.
Yeah.
All right. Now, in the other cookware
there's rice.
Rice. We had here a pack of short grain rice.
Yeah.
It was about, what, 3-4 cups of rice in there?
5 cups.
5 cups?
Yes.
Oh, wait. Okay, well, it is a small cup. It is quite small. 5 cups of rice. And we put in about, not up to a liter of water in there as well. Nothing else to this?
Nothing else.
Nothing else. Okay.
Then I'll just go little of my
Of what? What's that?
coriander.
Coriander. Straight into the coconut milk.
Then I have just 1 seasoning cube.
1 seasoning cube. Okay, so, I think it was probably advertising that made us learn that pressing the seasoning cube thing into the pot. I think it's TV commercials that made us do that.
Yes, it will actually dissolve.
It's going to dissolve by
It
itself.
will. Then
Oh,
little
gosh.
rosemary, not too much spice.
Okay.
Just
Rosemary.
little.
I'm a big fan of rosemary.
Yeah.
One more time, we are making a creamy beef sauce with Chef Tina. She's adding coconut milk to this. We have quite a few ingredients here. Of course, the rice, the beef, coconut milk, salt, seasoning, onion, coconut oil, coriander, mixed spices, spring onions, pepper, and rosemary. So I'm afraid that heat is a bit much.
It's much.
Should I take it down?
Yes, I want it down.
Okay, let's take it down a bit. And let's see. All right. I feel like turning it off.
Yes, I think we should do that.
Yeah, turn it off because it's
There's
already
something
curdling.
I love about coconuts.
Yeah.
I think it's one of my best when it comes to sauce. Yeah, the best. So the
Browning.
beef is already tender, so
Yeah.
you don't cook too much. It's something that you can prepare, let's say between 10-15 minutes.
Beautiful.
Ready.
Beautiful. Now we have the plantain standing by. We're going to be active with that as well. We still have some carrots we've not activated, pepper, cornstarch, and spring onions. You want to see how this all goes down? You won't miss it if you stay right there in front of your screens. Even if you need to move around, we're streaming live right now on YouTube. TVC Entertainment is what you need to search for. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be back after this.
Welcome back, everyone. You're still tuning to Wake Up Nigeria. And if you're just joining us, where have you been? Now, good morning. We'll take you like that, don't worry. It's still a beautiful Tuesday right here, October the 8th. And we're here to keep your day slowly and smoothly flowing into the amazement of the week. Now, it's definitely a feel-good Tuesday. And we've got another 4 to 5 minutes of fun, inspiration, positive vibes to keep you going strong, whether you're already in the office or you're just taking a break. Now, we have so much lined up for you. We have Titi, Chef Tina, and so much more happening in the kitchen, but we'll go there right now, all right? My name is Winfrey Agbeleche, and as always, you can watch us anywhere on tvcentertainment.tv. Now, GOTV channel 16 and UHF band 49. And of course, make sure you follow us across all social media platforms, Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, at TVC_Entertainment_. Now, we're always bringing you the best of everything. We'd also love to share with you, right? So send in your comments and make sure you use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Now, let's get into what we have for the rest of the show. We'll be starting off with parenting, and we're joined by Osezusi Bolodeku. Now, she is a certified special educational needs expert and advanced certified autism specialist. She founded an inclusive creative center that helps to nurture creativity, social skills, emotional intelligence, and other practical skills that all children need to succeed and thrive in the world today. A very interesting conversation with her, so stick around for that one. And setting the mood musically for the performance, we have Ovo Gospel. And on health, we'll be joined by Oluwakemi Jeje. Now, she's a wellness expert and dedicated social change maker who has transitioned from a successful corporate career to found Whole Eats Africa, now a wellness food formulation organization bridging the well-being gap with whole food solutions. She'll be here, and we're going to be having a very, very interesting and nutritious conversation. Fish pie! I'm sure you've definitely heard that sometime on somewhere on social media. We'll definitely be having a really interesting conversation with him. And of course, his name is Evalsam Esor EB. He'll be here and we'll definitely have a good laugh.
And we're back. Thanks for staying with us. It's time for us to discuss parenting this morning, and we are joined by Osezuze Bolodieku. She is a certified special educational needs expert and advanced certified autism specialist. She founded an inclusive creative center that helps to nurture creativity, social skills, emotional intelligence, and other practical skills that all children need to succeed and thrive in today's world. The center also provides support for children and families with educational needs, including autism, ADHD, dyspraxia, and other neurodiverse needs. So today we'll talk about the wonders of a neurodivergent mind. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm very well. Good to be here again.
You know, I just recently came across the word neurodivergence.
Oh, great.
And to be honest, I've been a little fascinated by it because, you know what? Let me not act as if I know what it is, but hey, I would just let you. First off, what is a neurodivergent mind?
Okay. So the neurodivergent movement comes from the movement that says that we are all different, our brains are different, our neural pathways are different. So when we acknowledge that we're different and we have different brains, then we also acknowledge that situations or conditions like autism, like ADHD, they are not disorders per se, rather they're a difference. The type, their brain is different. So
they think differently.
They think differently. So there is the neurodiversity, and then there is the neurotypical. The neurotypicals are those that they see as normal.
Yeah.
And we don't know who is normal. I don't know. So those that they see as normal are the neurotypicals. Then the neurodivergent individuals fall under the umbrella of ADHD, OCD.
OCD is under that umbrella?
Oh, absolutely.
Are you joking?
Absolutely, absolutely. And when we talk about this neurodiversity now, like I bet we all have our struggles, right? However, when it affects our day-to-day life, our ability to like adapt to different settings, then it's something we should probably like look into.
Now let's narrow into, as a parent.
Okay.
Having to, manage a child with a neurodivergent mind.
Awesome.
First off, how you've helped us identify who a neurodivergent mind is.
Yes, please.
How do we manage it? It's very easy. You can easily dismiss it as a parent, or even as a ward or a guardian. If you're not paying so much attention, you say, oh, it's just thinking like a child, or, maybe they're abstract in thinking. That word is commonly used in those sort of situations, abstracts. How do you help to sort of help this child understand that you are special? It's not, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not weird.
Okay, that's a very good one. And I would use a practical example. I would use my son, for example. My son is 11 years old. He has ADHD diagnosed, and he is, before even this time, when you realize that your child actually likes to explore much more than other children, your child likes to, it wouldn't stay put, but when it's something that is actually interested in. So take, for example, a child that would line up his toys, right? And wakes up in the morning, it would know when one moves. I mean, that is a skill. But for a parent, that is, oh, why is it so particular? Why is it so structured? But let's look at the strengths, the skills in those features, in those characteristics, because someone that is that structured, that understands when a piece has been moved, I mean, that person's got great eyes for details, if you ask me.
I think so too. Because I mean, I'm one of those people. I mean, if I drop my phone here and it moves, I'm gonna know.
And that's a skill that would help with what you're doing right now, irrespective of your neural pathways. So when you understand, look at the strengths. There's strengths and skill in everything these children do. When you say, oh, this child loves to play on Roblox or Minecraft, in their love or in their passion to play, there's something there. So I think that's what parents should be looking at, parents, caregivers, teachers, looking at the individual. Like this is a person, right? What are the strengths? Because as a professional, I would say something for a fact. The neurodiverse mind or the neurodivergent mind has come to this world to help us. They are the innovative minds. They are the creative minds. So they come into this world to actually help us, right? And when you look at it that way, I think that's, as a parent, yes, it helps. It does help.
I'm glad that you brought, teachers into this conversation, because children spend a lot of time at school.
Absolutely.
And if a teacher is not, doesn't have a keen eye, because it's very easy. A lot of, which of course is not just with the teaching profession as well. A lot of us do not pay attention to a lot of these things.
Oh, absolutely.
Even as parents, it's very easy to miss it.
Yeah.
But as a teacher, how can you help this child, to also develop this neurodivergent mind? Also in communication as well.
Absolutely. So as a teacher, say you have, let's say, classroom size 18 to 25 children. I mean, you're not a magician, right? You're only just one person.
Right.
But in your children, in your classroom, I'm sure you have different capabilities, different abilities, and all. So teachers will usually have all these magical ways we do things, differential learning and all that. But when it comes to neurodivergence, we're talking about certain things you really just need to know through empathy. So you see that boy that would be like, oh, are there ants in your pants? Why can't you just sit? And yes, we know boys can't just sit, for example, but when it's excessive, okay, so for ADHD mind now, for example, while we're talking, you're already thinking of, what am I having for lunch? Oh, did I turn off the light in my room? Oh, a lot of intrusive thoughts are just coming in, and you're not able to filter.
Yeah.
You're not able to filter through. So sometimes you're just talking and, we all do these things. However, we're able to control and, I need to focus on this. But that focus, especially when it comes to executive functioning, is not a matter of willingness. So it's not, okay, I want to do it.
Yeah.
However, I do not have the capacity. And that's where empathy comes to play. So when a child, you keep saying, I mean, just yesterday I was laughing, I asked someone, so tell me the behavior, the corrective measures you put in place, the punishments, are they really working? So when you realize that you've punished this child and nothing is working, I mean, you should think
You need to devise another.
Yes, another.
I know that you've touched on ADHD a couple of times, but quickly, before we wrap this up, talk to us. Explain what ADHD means, because it seems to be a little more common amongst us, even as adults, right? But quickly, just explain what ADHD is.
Okay, so pretty much ADHD, we're talking about hyperactivity disorder now, right? It used to be like ADD, attention deficit, but now is not just at the attention deficit, it's more about the hyperactivity, because when we talk about hyperactivity in the brain, it's how the brain thinks and how the brain works, functions, the chemicals in the brain, how it functions. So it's not, like I would say, a willpower thing. ADHD, most children act a certain way, but when it affects learning, when it affects adaptive skills, that you see a 7-, 8-year-old child cannot button their shirts, they cannot put on their clothes properly, then you know you need to help that child. And you see that it has nothing to do with intelligence.
This conversation.
It has nothing to do with intelligence. Yeah, it's a lot.
We'll continue the conversation, Zusi, next week. I mean, we really need to find ways to, help, these children, just manage, this
their creative minds. And allow it to come true. Irrespective of the behavioral challenges. Yes, please.
Thank you so much, Zusi. We'll
You're
continue
most welcome.
next week. But we have to go on a quick break now. The show continues shortly, guys. Stay with us.
Welcome back. It's time for our health conversation to begin this morning. And it's one of those things we tussle with. Especially when we're getting older. That's what we're going to be talking today. We have Kemi Jeje back in the building, a wellness expert, someone dedicated to social change. And she's actually transitioned from being a successful corporate career person and founding something called Whole Eats Africa. So this is a wellness food formulation organization bridging the well-being gap when it comes to whole food solutions. But as the founder of Whole Eats, she's also developed and launched some innovative solutions for wellness and built strategic partnerships with healthcare professionals. So today's conversation is about anti-aging, healthy and cost-effective anti-aging tips as recommended by health professionals. It's great to have you in the building.
I'm happy to be here at Titi. Thank you for having me.
Welcome back. Now, first of all, when you hear anti-aging, there are a lot of people that are looking for the elixir of life. That fountain of youth, to just make sure that we look and feel as young as our minds actually tell us we are. Because in your mind, you feel like you're still 16, 17.
Just a girl.
Exactly.
Just a boy.
But what are those tips that we need once you're pushing maybe towards 40? Yeah?
Right. Okay, so I know that a lot of us, especially because of that desire to stay young, and thanks to Google, thanks to YouTube, we have a lot of these tips at our fingertips now. So this is a reminder, and especially from a medical, standpoint, what has been researched, what is founded, what has evidence backing it up. And just a reminder for food. You are what you eat. You're as young as you're eating well. So, of course, we want to emphasize food. We want to say, remind you, have your raw food daily, because that's where you have your enzymes. Your enzymes are important for keeping inflammation down in your body.
Sure.
You want to eat your fruits, your salad, your nuts for omega-3. And you want to hydrate. Yeah, beautiful skin, plump skin, you want to keep hydrated. But today I want to go a bit away from food. I mean, we're reminded of that already. But I want to talk about movement. Yes. So physical movement. Yeah. I mean, just as little as walking does wonders for anti-aging. It's set to drive down inflammation. That is inflammation that is related to aging and is systemic. And it happens as you get older because the metabolic rates of the body goes down.
So wait, that inflammation you're talking about, where does it happen? Because I know and I've heard and I've felt inflammation in certain joints, and then, of course, you're advised to do some exercise. But where are the main culprit areas that you notice this inflammation?
Well, it differs from person to person. It is cellular. It's at the cellular level. Wow. So wherever you have cells, you can have inflammation. Okay. But as you walk and make a habit of, they say 10,000 steps, that's what has, proved back. And I mean, even from my own experience working with people that I work with, I find that it makes a lot of difference and very quickly. Okay. The diseases that are related to aging, you find that it drops, off people very quickly as they start to practice walking daily.
Okay, so daily walking 10,000 steps if you can.
Minimum.
So now there are a lot of handheld devices, phones, watches that can track how many steps you're taking. The average person probably believes that they're already doing the 10,000 steps.
No, with intensity.
Intensity? What sort of intensity are we talking about? So intentionality
and intensity. So at a stretch, so that you're breaking into sweat, and then you're raising the body's metabolism at that stretch. So you have to be deliberate. It's not like, oh, I'm just counting, I've gone up throughout the day. No. Okay. You need concentrated work to raise the metabolism of the body, at least once a day, and that for about 10,000 steps.
Okay. Yeah. The average mom does 15,000 steps running after her children in the house.
Plus the stress of it.
At a stretch.
Plus the stress of it. So you're not being intentional doing that. Okay. I mean, that contributes because at least you're not sitting down. Okay. But I would say in addition to that, I mean, there's something that even getting out of the house and taking this walk does for you. If you're able to, you're by yourself, you're quiet, you're brisk. You're brisk in the work.
So a fast walk?
A fast walk.
Not a slow stroll.
No.
Fast walk.
Yes. And then if you have staircases, you can go up and down the staircases and do you don't have to go outside if you do have a staircase in your house.
Okay, all right. So which other tips for anti-aging? Because aging usually shows on the skin.
It does, very quickly.
Yeah. So things like wrinkles, patches, etc. How can you prevent that?
Hydrate, I've already said.
Okay.
So that has a lot to do with food. Water. I mean, just water. And if you can get the water hot as much as possible, warm water, as much as possible, yes. Okay. That also drops, the inflammation in the body. Okay. And then if you can then infuse the water with some cucumber, infused with lemon, that again helps further for the skin.
So now, I've heard that, walking in the sun also does
damage the skin.
Yeah, damage the skin and make people look older quicker.
Yes.
But this is something you can hardly avoid in our climate.
Yes.
So what can we do to prevent, that affecting the skin?
Sunscreen.
Sunscreen.
Wear your sunscreen if you're going to walk under the sun. Do wear your sunscreen. But also you have to be very careful about what products that you're using. So there are different strengths for the sunscreen. I can't remember those exact numbers right now, but
I think I've spoken to a dermatologist before on this, and we talked about SPF, the sun protection factor.
Yeah.
And then you see all sorts of products with SPF plus 20, 30.
I don't want to say country of origins, but just beware.
Be aware.
Beware, yeah.
There are also products that have like carrots, pawpaw, all those things. They're always orange in color on the shelf.
Sunscreen. Stay safe. Stay with your sunscreen. Just stay with your sunscreen.
Oh gosh. So another thing. So I met with an older lady, and she always wears sun hats.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah, so I actually thought she was being extra.
Yeah.
I honestly thought, but
and some people use their umbrellas. As long as you're protected from the direct rays of the sun, that's fine.
Okay.
And if you don't care what it does for your,
your skin.
No, for how people see you.
Okay.
Carrying an umbrella, wearing a sun hat. If you don't care, and really, should you?
Yeah.
If you know what it does for you, yeah.
Exactly. So I know that on this list, apart from, protecting yourself from the sun, hydrating, I know sleep is on this list.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you want to get adequate rest. But I want to speak about play. You see, the thing about adulthood is we get old and, we just stop playing. When last did we play in the rain?
Wow.
Yeah, Yeah.
Actually, just go out in the rain and just...
Just play.
Wow.
You know, we have responsibilities, we have things to think about, but you see, playing increases your neuroplasticity, which reduces with age.
Okay.
And then you've got to be able to learn things that's one of the marks of a young person, learn new things quite quickly. But the older you get, you realize that it's more difficult for knowledge to stick to you because we're very serious about responsibilities, school fees, rent, the business has to go, it has to work, and
find a way to play.
Play, please play. Play every day.
All right.
That does a lot for you.
All right then. So, you know, I'm just remembering this sentence from my kids. She doesn't want to play with me.
Play with yourself.
It's a breakfast show. We have to head to a quick break now. But thank you so much,
Thank you for having me.
coming to talk to us.
Thank you for having
me. And these are some health tips that you should take with you throughout this week. Hydrate, protect yourself from the sun, and play. Let's take a quick break.
Postponed it till the day that I.
And he was still threatening you, which the voice
threatened me.
That he will bring that the penalty for not doing that 7 video is 20 million. That he's going to sue you. And all the voice notes is there.
Even the day that I was supposed to go to.
With us right here on this Tuesday edition of Wake Up Nigeria, we have Alex Evalsam, EB, popularly known as Fish Pie King. Oh yeah, give us our fish pie. Yeah.
Now, wow.
Fish
pie! Now, wow.
Now, wow.
Some people, them too do.
Amazing. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. Do you sing?
Yes, I do sing.
You actually do sing.
Yes,
That's
I'm
actually
a chorister.
You're a chorister as well.
Yes,
You used to actually be, oh wow, amazing. Okay, let's talk about this fish pie thing. First of all, where did that idea, the whole fish pie thing, where did it come from?
Now wow. you know, I was once a chorister. In fact, I'm a chorister.
Mm-hmm.
A very good singer in that matter.
Okay.
So that is when I took the singing from.
Okay.
The idea of using that voice for my business.
For your business. So tell me about the fish pie business. So literally, you were not in Lagos before, right? Where did you start from?
Yes.
Then when did you move to Lagos?
Although I started it from my hometown.
Okay.
From Cross River State, Abbey local government area. That was when I started it from.
Okay.
So things were not moving smoothly there.
Yeah.
So I decided to move to the city.
Okay. To Lagos. So when did you come to Lagos?
I came to Lagos. Although once I've come to Lagos once and I moved back.
Okay.
So I still came back 2020.
Okay.
Yes. So I started the business.
Again. And it was only fish pie you sold?
I've sold more, yo.
Yeah!
You see me when selling moi. Hey, my God.
Well, it's fish pie that took you out.
Yes, so
out of the trenches.
Fish pie.
Fish pie.
I've sold moi, I've sold pomo. Pomo we no get beer.
No get beer.
Yes, so.
Okay. Amazing. So tell me, so now you were selling fish pie. You actually called for people to buy fish pie with that turn. So at what point did you decide to now merge content creation with it? Because you were the one that took the video yourself,
yes,
right? So some people think, okay, people actually.
You know, when I was selling along the road, people videoed me.
Yes.
People would, they video me and they post it on their own page. Then one certain day, they called one of my friends called me and showed me a video. I saw myself, and there were so many likes and so many followers, but it's not my own page.
Okay.
So the person advised me to open my own page.
Oh, nice.
So I told the person that I don't have a phone.
Okay.
I want to take do amo.
Yeah.
He said, what of that pako that you holding that you're with? And I say, now wow, I want to start this with this kind of one now. So that was, he said that no, it doesn't matter the kind of phone you're holding, but you can start up with a little you have. That was when I started.
Yes.
I opened my own page.
Yes.
I started with TikTok.
Okay.
I opened my own page, and then I started, whenever I go out, I will use the phone, you know,
To
video
record,
myself
yes.
and record and then post it. I never knew that I would go viral. Oh.
Wow, so tell me about that moment where you actually went viral.
Yay! My God, it was, oh my God. At first, I did not expect it.
Yes.
It was as if it's, in fact, I did not expect it.
Yes.
It came as a surprise.
Yes.
The first day that I saw it, it was
Tunde
Ednot.
Yes.
Posted it.
And it was a video you actually made?
Yes.
That he posted?
Yes.
Okay.
That he posted.
Yes.
I was asking, oh my God, am I dreaming or what?
Yes.
Because someone called me. I was not the one that saw it. Oh.
Yes.
So someone that called when I was hawking called me, Alex, what did they do there? Come see yourself.
Wow.
So I had to see the videos. You know, the video, when he showed me, he said, do you know who posted you? I said, no, maybe some people, they always like to post me.
Yeah, on social media, yeah.
Yeah, and the next, do you know that this man that posted you can take you viral?
Yeah.
If this man posts anybody that
gets
person
viral.
is always going viral.
Amazing.
So check the person's name. And I cannot pronounce the name. Oh. So the lady now pronounced the name and said that it is Tunde Ednot. Have you been hearing the person? I said, yes, I've heard the person once. So
okay.
Because I'm not good.
So at what point did they start reaching out to you and like giving you gifts?
Okay, it was when, hey, now wow. At first it was King Mishi, sorry.
Okay, King Mishi. Yes.
She came to me and then she did a video with me. After doing the video with me, she will introduce me to Eco Hotel.
Okay.
From Eco Hotel, that was when she even gifted me.
Gifted you.
Yes.
Yeah, money.
Yes.
Then
money.
we have Nurse
Mirage came along.
Okay.
Yeah, now Nurse Mirage online break my brain.
Wow.
Yes.
I actually remember watching that video. She actually gave you a car.
Yes, after renting the house.
Yes.
She now bought a car. So my baby girl is at home.
Your baby girl is at home. How
yes,
did you come here? You are saving the car. Okay. So she rented you an apartment, gave you a car,
yes.
saving money and everything. So now tell me, what are you working on right now?
Okay, what I'm working on right now.
Yes.
What I'm working on right now is my shop.
Okay.
I'm looking forward. I'm working on it, as in I want to launch it very soon.
Okay, so what is the shop about? Is it fish pie?
Yes, fish pie.
Fish pie has to be there in this journey.
It's a must. It's a must. Fish pie. My food business.
Yeah, so food. So you are a chef.
Yes, I'm a chef.
Right? So what type of meals will you be making?
Oh my God, white soup.
You have to come and make that fish pie for us.
Oh my God.
You have to come back and make that fish pie for us.
If you test my fish pie, yeah.
Of course.
If you test my fish
the
pie.
I can blow anything and everybody.
Wow. I do make white soup, afang soup.
All right.
Edikai kong soup.
All right.
Oha soup. There are many.
There are many.
Yes.
All right, amazing. So right now you're actually going, having a campaign you're pushing out, anti-bullying campaign. So very briefly, just tell us, the most challenging thing you faced since this fame came. Your story is very inspirational. Do you understand?
Yeah, so.
But then again, it comes with challenges. So tell me.
A long story,
Long story, but make it short.
But I will still talk about.
Yeah.
You know, the challenges I'm facing right now is I and Oga Amos.
Okay.
You know, we had a deal, and that deal, although first I met him, I did a video with him.
Okay.
That video that I did with him was him paying me 100,000. He paid me 100,000 naira, and I never knew that he paid more than that 100,000. It was 150. So because it was my friend that took me there.
Yes. Okay.
So the 150, my friend took the 150, and then I was being given 100,000. So after the video, the next day I saw a video of him. That same video that I did with the guy Amos.
Yes.
I saw him announcing that he gave me 1 million.
Oh wow.
So I was so pissed off. I was so angry. I had to call him that I should bring down the video. That I don't like the video, claiming that he gave me 1 million. So he should bring down the video. He said that no, he can't bring it, that it has already gone viral.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, if you can't bring down the video, give me the 1 million.
Yeah.
So he said he can't. And I said, why can you not bring down the video? That was when he said that, and I told him that I don't have up to that amount, and I want to rent a shop.
Yes.
A shop. And then he now told me how much is a shop. And I said the shop is 1.2 million. So, so in that process.
Okay, so we agreed to give you the 1.2.
Yes,
okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
And you do videos for him. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So that 1.2 million, he said that okay, he's going to do the 1.2 million.
Yes.
Then I will act as if he's the one that rented the shop. And then I will still do 7 videos
for him. Okay.
Which I accepted.
And all of that, because we're actually short of time, but all of that has literally been settled right now and all of that. But then again, you felt bullied and you felt pressured and now you're pushing against it.
After the 7 videos, even before, you know, before the day that I was supposed to round up my 7 videos with him, Madam Nosmiraj, I was supposed to meet up with her. So that day, he still postponed it till the day, as in, to the next day.
Yes.
So that next day was the day.
You know what, we're going to complete this conversation in the kitchen because we actually have, it's not fish pie, but we have breakfast for you, okay?
Are you sure? My God.
Oh, yeah, fish pie in as well.
Now, wow.
Fish pie. Let's go.
Now, wow.
We did the first shoot, the second shoot, the third shoot.
He was trying to explain quite a bit there, but we're just glad that everything has been resolved.
And of course, all of that story is on the social media, so check it out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Chef Tina, now wow.
Fish pie.
Oh, wow.
I love it.
You won't get the voice small.
Small.
I get some.
Okay. Oh.
Please have a taste of this. This is creamy beef sauce. This is coconut creamy beef sauce, plantain, and rice. Please have a tast.
So the spoon.
I don't need swallow spit.
Maybe to give you another another tone.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Let's see. Taste.
Some people, they are thrown on the jump. Huh.
What do you think? What do you think?
My God.
You didn't know what to expect, have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
He's going for another spoon. But of course, we can't wait. We can't wait to see your thoughts, well, hear your thoughts on social media. Use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We will be back tomorrow morning.
Yes, we will be.
7 a.m., y'all. Make sure you join us.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Fish pie.
You too, do well.